is Iowa 80, and I'm sitting at the lane where there's lots of times there's trucks are coming and going, and I thought I'll just show you guys what kind of trucks are passing. But of course, now that I set up the cam, I don't see any trucks moving from the left or from the right. But patience is a virtue, as they say, right? So I'm gonna go inside, grab a coffee, and meanwhile you sit tight, don't go anywhere, don't touch that remote, and just watch for trucks. See, like this one? So, and I'm surrounded by dry vans, which would not be too bad, but on my left actually it's not a dry van, it's a reefer, and this thing is so loud that the floor in my sleeper vibrates. So I have no idea how these people can sleep inside the truck where the reefer is right behind you, right? I hate these. I hate these reefers. So anyway, I think it will be a cool show. Yeah, basically dash cam at Iowa 80 truck stop, and today is November 19th. I'm just about to leave. So this is Iowa, right? Walcott, Iowa. I have to get to Michigan, and I'm gonna shut down in Michigan for the weekend, and then I'm loading Monday near Grand Rapids and going to Montreal. Enjoy the show. Like I said, I'm gonna go grab coffee and I'll be right back. did I miss? Was there anything interesting? I saw quite a few nice trucks parked. So I think we owe it to ourselves to go do a couple of circles once I warm up the truck. So hard sometimes with this GoPro, because you have no idea, you know, where it's actually pointing. You know, it just comes with experience. And a couple of times I remember I was shooting something, but thanks gosh, it was just something short like this inside the truck stop, and then I found out that the GoPro was just pointed at the steering wheel. Or other times it can be pointing over here. But anyway, I saw a couple of cool trucks. Like, I love these big setups, you know. And that's what we're gonna, before I leave, I already programmed my destination. Next destination is Flying J in LaSalle, Illinois. But there's a guy right there. Unless he already left. I'll show you in a second. Like this guy, which way is he going? Alright, he's going that way. Alright. Can I make this turn? Let's see. Oh yeah. Bottle of water fell down. Alright, here's the guy I wanted to show you guys. So it's a Pete, what looks like a 65 trailer, 65 ton trailer, because he has a 4-axle truck, and he has a long neck tandem Jeep, and in the back he has a Tridem and a big Western style booster. Massive. So 3+2 in the back, so that gotta be a 65 ton. And that's what I was trying to achieve myself, right? And I have it, except now for some reason I decided, oh, and the guy was a drop side rail. So except now I decided to sell that flip axle. No, because honestly I looked at the numbers, right? Like the numbers. How often did I use 3+2? That was the whole point of spending $10,500 on that axle, is to, you know, do these heavy loads in the spring when they have axle restrictions, like especially in Western Canada. And I thought I can hook up 3+2 and I'll be the king of the jungle. Well, the jungle said, not so fast, Captain Sergei. We don't have any loads for you. And, okay, which road did I come in? I think I was here, right? So we already seen that one. And so mostly I just use that flip axle to make shuffling the axles easier, right? I married, so to speak, that new flip axle with my booster spreader bar. So I always had a assembled single axle booster ready to go, right? Like now, for example, I'm a quad, fine, but I have a single axle booster sitting at home, right? So if on my next load I need 3+1, it makes it much easier than before. So now I just disconnect one axle and hook the spreader bar with the already attached axle. Yeah, my truck is trying to do a regen or something. It was doing this yesterday before I shut down. It would not you know, it would not allow me to. The RPM was staying pretty high and it was making a lot of noise. Or here's a guy has a rail trailer. You don't see too many of those. And that load, that's what you need. The guy has rails inside the deck, and it's a tilt and load, you know, so he can tilt right to the rails and pick up something, pick up a machine. Oh, some guy just called me. He has 106,000 pounds in Alberta, and he got upset with me. He's on my list. He's on my list, you know, where I send that stop doing this, man. I hate when it's doing this, you know, this regen, so much noise. And so he got upset with me. Hey, I'm offering you loads, you never can I ask you for quotes, you are quoting me, but no, he said, wait, he said, I asked you for quotes, you never were able to do any of my loads in the past, you know, in the past 6 months. Can you please remove me from your mailing list? And I said, you know, there's a button underneath at the bottom says unsubscribe, and now I see my phone rings. It's the same guy. And I said, hey, I thought you you didn't want to work with me anymore. I said, just to be clear, when I send out that you know, mail RGN available to a limited number of selected individuals, line 1 says location, where the truck is available. And I said, the last email you received said location Casson, Minnesota, and you offering me a load in Alberta going to Texas. And I said, you know about axles in Alberta, right? Like, I have a quad trailer right now, and you see what this crazy engine is doing? As soon as my RPM go down, like, you know, I want to cruise with low RPM, it starts humming. Basically, it doesn't like low RPM when it's doing this thing. And so I said, I cannot go to Western Canada to pick up a 106,000 pound load because I have a quad trailer. I said, you know about Canada, right? About Western Canada? Uh-huh. I said, yeah, 106,000 pounds. You need a Jeep and a Stinger. Where's the other guy? I saw somewhere there was another guy with oh, it's over there. Son of a gun. I missed him. You see, I cannot go straight over here because there's a big hump in the road. I see, that's what it's doing. Now I'm idling, but the RPM by itself went to 760 RPM because the engine is trying to do some stupid emissions stuff. Yeah, I'll be honest, I really hate these adds-on on the engine which rob performance and fuel mileage. And no wonder why so many people just kill it. But it's the law, so you can get in trouble. See, that guy just has a regular truck, single axle Jeep, and a Trident trailer. And I know that company, I work with them sometimes. And this guy has curtains on the windshield, and it just a Trident. Looks like very old mechanical double drop. Yeah, the other truck, there was a cool truck there. It looked like a 60-ton because the guy had a tandem Jeep, but tandem trailer and tandem booster. But the booster was, again, like a West Coast deal where it goes like this under the trailer. So yeah, it's pretty cool here, you know, like if you don't live too far, just come here sometime, you know, in the afternoon if you want to see some cool trucks. You come here in the afternoon, because now in the morning it's 9:14 Eastern, so 8:14 local time, so many guys already left. Like I saw guys leaving at 5 o'clock, but somewhere around like 4 p.m. 5 p.m. It's a beautiful sight, because it's like a paradise. If you like trucks, if you like trucking, or if you like equipment, especially that area in the very back there, when I went closer to the freeway, quite often you will see there big loads, because they need a lot of space, right? Like these guys with 10 axles, 9 axles. And so they usually would go there in the very back. And even myself, when I park there, I just like going and watch them. You know, I still enjoy this stuff, especially heavy trailers. And this museum is pretty cool, Iowa 80. I was there. I did a video. It's somewhere on my channel. Oh, and I took a bunch of pictures. And those pictures are on my photography website. I remember one guy specifically requested a classic Pepsi Cola truck, and it was there. All right, we're going back to the freeway, so thank you Iowa 80 for the entertainment. But the price of fuel is crazy over here. $3.81 for credit. $3.81. Or if you pay cash, it's $3.75 here at the Pilot, and it's pretty sure it was the same at the TA. And my truck is now officially, what, like 3.5 years old. So I think I might need to go for DPF cleaning, because I haven't done any at all. So in general, for me, it was, I think, what I had to change the sensor in the DEF tank, which got corroded, I think, and it was giving me the error check engine light. And then the second time I had to change, recently, if you remember, I had to change the speed sensor on the turbo. That was a bit of a scare, but I was afraid it would be the turbo or the actuator, but it was just the sensor. $243 part. Yeah, you see over here, this area next to the freeway is where all the quite often you see big trucks with big loads. And I'm just gonna go slow as usual, because it's Friday. My loading is Monday. 4 hours, no, maybe 5 hours away. So I have no need to burn more fuel than I have to. So we're just looking for the magic number 91 on the dash. There you go. 91 clicks an hour, so 56 miles per hour. That's Captain Sergei's FAV speed. Call me crazy, but it's kind of relaxing, you know. You drive, you can watch the scenery, you can feel some happy thoughts thinking about the good fuel economy of your 15-liter engine. Just for once, just to give you an idea, 72 liters. No, that's not it. That's just actual, and so it's rolling back pretty fast. I'm pretty sure it will be somewhere around 34-35 liters per 100 kilometers. That's empty. Loaded, medium load, 60-65 liters. Heavy load in crazy terrain, 75-80 liters. So it's like, I think a tank in World War II had better fuel economy. I think it was 3 miles a gallon US. But a tank cannot move heavy equipment. It doesn't have any axles at all. So I don't think if you try to, you know, hook up a trailer to a tank and call DOT, imagine they're surprised. They would say, okay, what do you got? Well, I'm trying to move this CAT 336 80,000 pounds excavator. Okay, sir, how many axles you have? Let me check. Hey, Jim, can you flip the hatch and open and see how many axles we have? 0? Okay, yeah, ma'am, we have a Tridem on the trailer. We are hooked up to a Tridem trailer, and we hooked up the gooseneck where our tanks are with some barbed wire and some straps, so we're good there. But on the lead vehicle, ma'am, we don't have any axles. And she would be like, how are you moving without the axles? And the guy, tracks. We have tracks. Wait, is this a tracked machine? What kind of a machine is this? Are you trying to pull, are you crazy trying to pull a trailer on a pavement with a tracked machine? What is this, a farm tractor? No, ma'am, it's a tank. And I think that the conversation would end right there, because you don't get any rating on the tank tracks from DOT, right? You need axles, you need tires. So, but I'm pretty sure, like in a war situation, right? Tank crews probably have to do some crazy things, but it's in the field somewhere there, right? A war is going on, they can hook up to anything. Maybe hook up to a tree when they're stuck in the mud, you know, with a winch, try to pull themselves out. And then of course the tree falls down right on top of a tank, on top of a hatch. They cannot escape, they have to use the bottom escape through the mud. It's ugly. So yeah, tanks are not that well equipped to handle highway loads. I wanted to mention something about the promotions on my website, Sergei-Dratchev-Pixels.com. You will see a link at the top of the page on my main YouTube page in the corner. No, I think it's over here. Yeah, top left corner you will see links to Alami and my other website, Pixels. And so Pixels, which is Fine Arts America, they're running promotions every day until Christmas. You know, there's big discounts on all these phone cases, t-shirts, you know, baseball hats. Like basically you can go there if you like one of my pictures that you like. I mean, if you find sorry, if you find one of my pictures that you like, you can buy it as a phone case, as a t-shirt, as a framed picture, as a beach towel, as a shopping bag, you know, anything. basically the picture goes, let's say mug, right, and it goes on the mug, or hat, it goes on the hat. And so every day they're running promotions, like for example today it's 25% off all phone cases. And so you can get like phone cases for most popular phone brands, you know, like iPhone, Samsung, LG, stuff like that. I remember one buyer, I had a picture I took in the spring near a river with some, you know, beautiful blue sky and some trees, and that guy bought that picture in a form of a Samsung phone case. You know, like on the back you have a nice picture. So check it out. Like I said, I think t-shirts were a couple of days ago. T-shirts were like 50% off. But not the t-shirts that I advertise on YouTube, where, you know, it says Heavy Haul TV, but you can take a picture of my truck on pixels.com and you can make a t-shirt yourself, either with my photo or with a picture of my truck. Any picture, like I said, any picture can be turned into something interesting, like a mug, a t-shirt, phone case, beach towel, shower curtain, shopping bag. I don't know, there's a crazy amount of items you can buy there. So Sergei-Dratchev.pixels.com, check it out. Big construction on 280 around Davenport. Google sent me this way. It says 3 minutes faster instead of using I-80 at the top. And we are crossing the Mississippi River. Swimmers this Friday morning? No, the beaches are empty on the Iowa side. I think all the brave people are on the Illinois side. Big green sign on the right. I'm about to pass. It says, welcome to Illinois, the land of Lincoln, from the people of Illinois. Thank you, kind people of Illinois. I plan to enjoy my visit. Man, time flies when you're having fun. Check this out. At the top it says I've been here more than an hour and 30 minutes. But I was doing some quotes. A guy called me asking me if I can move like a small machine on tracks, and it's all legal, except it's still 29,000 pounds, you know. And he says, oh, it's all legal. Yeah, if you know, 29 plus your empty weight is less than 80,000. I said, my empty weight is 60. But you see what's cool is that now, like if this is Michigan, right? I'm loading in Michigan, I'm going all across to Montreal, right? And then December 2nd, I have to be near New York City to meet up with my friend who's bringing my accordion from overseas, right? And now that I have the access to the Canadian load board, was before I often would have to go empty 400 miles from Montreal to, you know, Cambridge to my yard. So now at least, you know, okay, they're cheap loads, they don't pay very well, but now I have much more loads, you know. Like in a situation like this, I'm not looking to make a lot of money. I just don't want to drive back, you know, from Montreal to Ontario, park my truck and then drive in my car, because then on the way back, first off, I'm not making any money in the car, right? Even though it's fun, but why drive a car if I can drive a truck? And there's much less headaches with coming back into Canada. Otherwise, if I come into my car back to Canada, I'll have to spend $200 or $300 for that molecular test. Otherwise they won't let me in, or they will let me in and they will put me on quarantine, because now I'm driving a car, I'm not an essential worker anymore. And so I figured that would be really cool if I can. I'm making a little bit of money now. It's like this load doesn't pay much, but it's only like 15,000 pounds, the one I'm loading on Monday, right? It's pretty much like a, no, actually it's a double drop load, because it's 11 feet 8 inches tall, so you cannot put it on a step deck. So it's a double drop load. And so then I'm going to Montreal, and then if I could do something from Montreal to Midwest, to Northeast, you know, like New Jersey, New York, PA, that would be cool. And also I gave a quote to one lady, one of these Russian brokers from Toronto. They were asking me for a quote from New Jersey to Ontario. You know, it was another tracked machine, so that would be really cool if I could get all that, right? Montreal, then Montreal, that small machine goes to Pennsylvania, then I meet up with my guy, pick up my accordion, then I go to New Jersey, load that another track machine and take it to Ontario, and then I can take, you know, a couple of weeks off because I'm so exhausted from too much work. So, but unfortunately, yeah, I quoted this guy. I don't think he liked my quote very much, because that's, like I said, that's the problem with these Canadian brokers, that a lot of them are cheap. And then I said, hey, here's my quote. You see, there's no signal. Okay, my headset is connected, but the signal is very bad. And so, yeah, I'm not sure, but for now, and what else I was doing is I was ordering the Michigan permit, and I want to order it like this, with 2 axles up and the lift axle up, because I'm not overweight. I know otherwise the rule in Michigan is that you have to have all your axles on the ground. Whatever you have to have on the ground, you know, flip, push, or whatever. But the good news is that with this next load, I'm legal, just for once. It happens very rarely that I'm under 80,000 and my empty weight 60 plus, you know, 14, 15, 75. So I don't have to use my lift axle, and I don't have to use my flip axles. So lift axles on the truck, flip axles are on the trailer, right? And I'm just trying to find here my next stop, Road Ranger, with the Flying J's in Lake Station. So it's 165 kilometers. So I'm doing like very mild driving today. So this was from Iowa 80 here. This was 100 miles. So 160 clicks. And this is the same. The only problem now is actually, and the truck stop is empty. Like there was only maybe 2 people in the restaurant. And you know why? Because the entrance to I-80 is closed. And this thing does not even know this, you know. So I actually came back from here, because there was a sign I caught in time. There was a sign that said exit 77, which is this, exit 77 on I-80 is closed, use 75. And so I used 75, and I went like this north, and then I could not make this turn. It was too sharp, and there was an island in the middle, as usual, stupid island, so I went here back. So now I wonder how I have to get back. I can probably go south all the way, because yeah, that's a big detour to get back on 80. It's either exit 75 or next exit, and there's a crazy road. I don't like this one. It goes like this over some kind of a river. There's a sharp turn here. I think I'll just go back to the main road, to this highway 351, and I'll probably have to go south like this, you know. But you know, I'm not in a rush. I thought it would be a cool adventure, so I did that just to get driving, because I didn't look for any other truck stops. I didn't want to drive all the way to or maybe I'll just go back the same way. But then there's a big construction site in here, which I don't want to go through. But that's probably 5 miles. This is probably 10 miles going south and then back on this 51, I'm guessing. So I'm not sure. Okay, let's go back to the main road, to the 351. So that way is south, and this way is, that's where the ramp is to 80, but it's closed. Oh, I know what you can do. Probably the easiest way is to go back on 80 west. Yeah, go back on 80 west. That's the fastest way. Go back on 80 west to the same exit I took 75, and just then spin around, go on the ramp and get back on 80. Yep, that would be like 5 minutes probably. Otherwise, if I go down south there, hold on, what is this? Oh yeah, I asked that lady that has the load from New Jersey to Ontario if she heard from her customer, and she says not yet. Somebody else quoted them 1,000 Canadian cheaper, and she says, well, yeah, we use these guys a lot because usually they're cheaper than you, but they're very busy. They're very busy, and usually they require at least 3-4 weeks notice. See, that's why. So I'm charging them higher because I don't know, that's my rate, because I have expensive equipment and I don't have 50 trucks like some people. But I'm available. If I say I'm available right away, right? And so, and I give him actually I made a mistake with the quote. It was 60,000 pounds. It was 60,000 pounds. So machine on tracks, and not too wide. I think it's 8 feet wide, but 60,000 pounds, and it's 536 miles. Oh yeah, I see.
Next left onto East 350th Road, St. Vincent Avenue, then use the right lane to take the I-80 East ramp.
Or maybe it is open, you know, because they were saying 77, exit 77 is closed, but maybe eastbound is open, right? That would be funny if it's open. Because yeah, nobody said, oh yeah, I see the guys going. Oh man. I'm a genius. I almost went on like a 15-mile detour because some stupid sign said exit 77 closed. Okay, what does this say? Look at this sign. 80 eastbound will be closed 11 on 20th of November. That's what it is. Okay, so only that ramp is closed. Man.
Use the right lane to take the I-80 East ramp.
And that's why I was surprised. You know, usually Google Maps, it catches these things. And is it even closed?
Merge onto I-80 East.
Let's see. Is it even closed? Like this one. Oh yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's even open. You know. Sometimes these signs, they're outdated, and they don't change them. But yeah, you see, that's why. So they're gonna close this when? Saturday? Yeah, because Monday is 22nd, right? So Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Yeah, they're gonna close it on Saturday. No, this is a...
Continue on I-80 East for 126 kilometers.
The guy behind me slowed down. I was afraid he was gonna hit me. And that's it. Wow. And that's how people get lost, right? I would go south, try to find that Highway 6 to go back. Like, some people would think, what the heck is he doing here? Ramp to I-80 East is open. See, these poor guys, they're too much traffic on that side. And so yeah, those are the plans. So the plans are to end November in northeast US. And if I knew for sure that my load out of US back to Canada is gonna be 60,000 pounds, hold on, I'm trying to get to 91 clicks an hour. Oh, perfect. And so yeah, if I knew that I was definitely getting that machine, right, and this thing in Montreal is only 29,000 pounds and this one is 15, so what I can do easily is I can call a wrecker when I'm loaded Monday, right? I don't need 4 axles in the back, I just need 3. And so I'll be going through Cambridge, through my, where my yard is, on the way to Montreal with that 15,000 pound load. Ridiculous, but it's 104 wide, so that's why I had to order the permit. I ordered the permit for Michigan, and but I can definitely leave 1 axle at home and then go to Montreal on 3 axles and then pick up that small unit, take it to Pennsylvania, and then go empty to New Jersey, pick up that 60,000 pound load and end up in Canada making money every step of the way. But of course it's not gonna happen, because otherwise that guy with a PA load would respond right away, but I'm guessing he was looking for like $2 a mile. But we're not gonna go there. No cheap loads on this trailer. Unless I don't have a choice, I have to get somewhere, I have to be somewhere. Then instead of going empty, okay, I'll take a cheap load. But I'm trying to avoid this at all costs. By the way,
the Google Maps allows you to choose your logo for the truck. I forgot how I did it, but there were like 3 pictures available. I chose this green pickup truck. It's like pretty big, so it shows my location there, and I am the green pickup truck on the map, which is cool. All right, we got 157 clicks to go to my Road Ranger in Lake Station. So I should be there at 1:34 Central Time. Yeah, Eastern Time starts at Michigan line. This is still Indiana, but because I drive slow, I think I'll be there probably like 1:45, 10 to 2, so I might call it a day, or I might go into Michigan, because Grand Rapids is 2 hours away from Lake Station, so I don't know. Or there's another place where I like stopping is that Walmart. I think it's exit 29 near Benton Harbor. Like, that's the one of the few Walmart places where they don't harass you, because you don't park right next to the Walmart. There's an empty lot across the road. Otherwise, if you park at the Walmart, there's a security guard constantly cruising there, and he's Lamborghini, so he can come over and knock on your door. Hey, sorry, you cannot park here. Go park over there. And of course, there's a Flying J, but Flying J there at the previous exit, or one further away from Indiana line. What is it? Exit 31. But that one is crazy. It's not very big. There's no restaurant. Whereas here, where the Walmart is, there's a couple of hotels. There's McDonald's. Of course, Walmart sells food because it's a superstore, Walmart superstore. They have a big grocery section. So I don't know. I'll see how I feel after this gruesome 2 hours of driving in Illinois, and we'll go from there. Oh, by the way, big thanks to everybody who enjoyed my Tennessee video. I'm not sure why, but that video is beating all the records. I was wondering why my views went up by about 20% in the past 28 days, and then I noticed that video called Getting Ready to Leave Tennessee. I'm not sure what, but that video is sitting at 186,000 views. So I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now, like call somebody in Hollywood and ask for a job as a producer, but I did something right with that video. Getting Ready to Leave Tennessee. Check it out if you haven't seen it. People love it. So thanks to everybody who spent time and watched it and gave me a thumbs up, and shame on you who gave me a thumbs down. That video was awesome. People have spoken. People love it. Don't you dare give me a thumbs down. So the same spot pretty much where I spent 3 hours on the way there, on the way west. There's a slowdown going east. I'm just 3 clicks to my exit 15A. And I cannot get to it. Like, it was okay until now, but there's really lots of potholes around, you know, where that river is, I-80, just west of 294. So many potholes there, it's like awful. Yeah, Joliet, near Joliet. I think I hit one big one with the left wheel, but so far it's not pulling. Like, you know, you try to avoid them, right? But there's traffic next to you. Like, there's nothing I can do. It's right where my tire is. And that's why in that area, it's real dangerous to follow somebody closely, you know, because you cannot see the pothole, right? Or, you see, like this one? If you see it, if you have a gap, you leave yourself some, you know, room to react.
3 kilometers, take exit 15A for US 6 East, Indiana 51 South.
Watch it, Volkswagen. Are you watching me? Can you see the big black truck to your right? That's what's happening here. We're losing 1 lane here. So out of 4 lanes, the left one ends. I think, yeah. It was 4 lanes, now we have 3. Like, who would do such a thing, you know? Especially near Chicago. Like, my theory is that they do it on purpose, you know? For amusement at the DOT office. Nice looking Charger. Blue wheels. On the back where it's supposed to say, like on my car it says Daytona, he blacked that out and he has a sticker that says Castle. Dodge Charger Castle. I love this car, man. I'll get to drive it for half an hour when I'm back in Cambridge. All right, 15A.
600 meters, take exit 15A for US 6 East, Indiana 51 South.
Here we go. Yes, ma'am. Executing.
Continue on US 6 East for 800 meters. 600 meters, turn left.
Turn left or what? Are you threatening me? $3.95 gallon today. I mean, yeah, 1 gallon, $3.95 US.
Turn left, then turn right.
Hello, Lake Station. Lake Station, Indiana. Oh, across the street, diesel $3.39. So you can drop your trailer and go get it at 339, man.
Take the next right, then you will arrive at your destination. Make a U-turn, then turn left.
Sorry, no U-turns are allowed in this vehicle. I'm too long.
Take the next right, then turn right.
Shut up, man. Why am I always crooked, you know? Always at an angle. I think I'm losing it, you know? Maybe it's time to turn in the keys and let the young folks drive. I'm becoming one of those old timers that I'm always making fun of, you know, but I'm not that young anymore. On January 10th, boys and girls, address all your packages with multiple presents to my address listed on the About Me page on YouTube. Okay? Captain Sergei is turning 60. 6-0. I think I'm still crooked. But I don't want my rear to stick out past these guys, because normally what happens, other trucks, they do exactly the same thing. They come in like that, and then they try to either squeeze here because there's a spot between me and that guy, or they want to go around me here. And I remember I spent the night a couple of times here. When I had an oversized load, I just backed in here, and it's funny that you have those residential houses there, and you know, my truck is tall, right? If I stand on the doorstep, I could see inside there people, you know, living their lives, having no idea that the famous Captain Sergei is across the wall. But what do you do? It's the information blackout. That's the problem with this country. All right, shut her down. Half an hour break, and maybe I don't know, maybe I'll go to the next truck stop. This is not a bad spot to be sitting at, you know, like tomorrow's Saturday, so if I leave real early, there's not gonna be, you know, too much traffic. But I wanted to go for a walk, and this is not a very good area. A couple of times I took a truck, actually. No, I walked that way. That's the actual lake station there, and I saw quite a few suspicious characters there, you know. I had a backpack on my back, you know, with my laptop and stuff, and these guys were eyeing me, you know, and driving those crazy cars with wheels this size, you know, those spinners. So that confused the heck out of other motorists, you know, like you hit the brake, but the guys next to you has these spinner wheels, and the discs keep spinning, right? So you get confused, like, wait a second, red light and his wheels are spinning, what the heck is going on? So, and this is exit 15, so there's a big TA I like that one when I have oversized load. Well, there's a Flying J across the road that way. It's pretty big as well, but I don't remember. Yeah, I think they do have a Denny's in there. But then over here, there's a bunch of truck stops. Pilot, and then TA, and then of course Michigan line is right here. So if that's about 47 miles from Indiana to Michigan. I mean from Illinois to Michigan. So I'm 15, so I only have what, 24 miles to Michigan. There's a nice Walmart somewhere here, Benton Harbor, the one I was talking about with lots of parking. And then I'm loading here, Grand Rapids, Monday.